Hey guys, what's up? It's Jake. So I've been playing a great game lately. It's called Terraria. Now Terraria just came out with an update known as 1.2. Now this update is not playable on the Mac. Now Terraria is not a Mac game, but they had a wrapper for it that you used to be able to just download and play Terraria on your Mac, and it was great. But they don't have that anymore for 1.2. Now I got it working, and I'm going to show you how. Now credit to this goes to a user by the name of Maximo on the Terraria forums. This is his guide on how to set up Terraria. I'm just going to walk through it. Now you're going to need version 12.5 of Crossover Games, which is a product from Codeweavers which allows you to run Windows software on your Mac. Now you're going to want to go to the Terraria cross-tie on the Codeweavers website after you have Crossover Games installed. Next, it will automatically open up Crossover Games. You're going to want to open that up, and it should by default set up all of your drivers that you're going to need for Terraria. Now you'll see these pull up on the screen in a minute. As you see, all of your drivers will pop up, and once they do, you're just going to click install and go through all of those install processes. Okay, now it gets important. Microsoft is going to ask you whether you want to restart now or restart later. You want to click restart now, and what that's going to do is it's going to simulate a Windows restart inside of your bottle for Terraria. That's very important. That's a crucial step, and it needs to be done. Okay, now once your installation is completed, you're going to hit the Done button, and that should begin to launch Steam. Now Steam is going to have to update for a while. It generally takes quite a bit, not nearly as long as it does for the native Steam client for the Mac, but you want to play Terraria, right? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so when that's done, Steam is going to launch. Now this is also another important step. You're going to X out of that. You don't want that. But you want to enter it from the Programs menu. So you're going to want to click Crossover Games, go up to the top left, Programs, and then Steam, and then click the Steam application. You're going to want to log in with your already existing account, or you're going to want to create an account if you don't have one. Now, if you have an existing account, it's generally going to ask you for a confirmation code. So I just cut that part out because you just have to check your email that's tied to your account and then get your confirmation code, type that in and stuff. And as you can see, Steam is open. It says my friends are playing Terraria. They're having fun without me, which kind of sucks. But we're going to get in there. Don't worry, guys. So you're going to want to go to Terraria. You're going to want to buy it if you haven't already. And you're going to want to click install and install it in this Windows emulated version of Steam. Now you're just going to want to install it like any other game. When it says the files are ready to install, you just click finish and watch the installation percentage go up on the left hand side. Now it generally takes a little bit longer than it would on your native Mac client for Steam, but it's worth it, guys. You'll see at the end it runs really well. It'll be great. Okay, now it's time for the moment of truth. So once that's done, you're going to hit play and get ready for Terraria to launch. Now it generally takes a little while, but it's totally worth it, guys. It's a great way to play. Now as you can see, it pops up in a window. Everything works fine. You can see you have the main menu, single player, multiplayer, settings, and escape. Now I haven't really messed around with full screen, so I try to do it here when I'm installing it, and I haven't set my resolution right, so it kind of freezes for a second. So I just tab out of that and then make it go to windowed again. Now Terraria, when you first get it running, it will create a sorry, I forgot what it's called. It will create a Terraria folder in a folder called My Games inside of your documents. Now if you go into that Terraria folder, you'll get all of your game files, your world file, your character saves, all that stuff. So if you want to download a custom map from the internet, any of that stuff, then it will work just fine, and you just drag it in and it will edit your save file inside of Terraria. So I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's awesomely well done. So it takes a little while to load up, but it does on everything. It's got a pretty complex world generation, and see here it is. It's great. It just loads up fine, and this is my frame rate as I'm recording. So getting easily 60 frames per second on 4 gigs of RAM while recording, at least it's doing really well, I'd say. The only time I got a little freeze was when I tried to open up my inventory for the first time, but then it was working great. So guys, as you can see, there it is running on your Mac, the most beautiful place where it can run. I love that. I probably just offended a million Windows gamers. My bad. Don't unsubscribe for that. Okay, but guys, there it is. So coming from a Mac gamer standpoint, I'd say that's a pretty great workaround. You can play with all your Windows buddies. I know mine are, and if you have LogMe and Hamachi for a server, you can join your friend's server if you both have Hamachi up or you're running a server like that. I tried it earlier and it worked just fine. So there you go, guys. There's Terraria 1.2 on your Mac.